welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so very much for being here for the first time. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for watching another one of my videos. And for those of you who are my Capella members, thank you so much for your love, your loyalty, and support. You mean the world to me. If you're interested in a Capella membership, you get exclusive content, a whole bunch of other awesome stuff, check out the description box below or go to capellawellness.com and click on the Capella membership section in my website. All right, Cancer, so what we're going to do here is we're going to look into what you need to be cognizant of for the beginning of March 2023, what you need to be aware of for that time, what you are out of alignment with, or maybe you were out of alignment with, to get you back into alignment with what's coming to you and your higher self. Also, we'll get guidance from Holy Spirit to see how to best navigate these energies for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about. And after that, we are going to get a wellness message. We're going to see what you need to heal for the beginning of March. All right. Now, even though I say March, it doesn't have to be March. It could be any time. You could be watching this in May of 2024 and it'll still be relevant. Okay. If it hits you, it hits you. If it crosses your feed, lands in your feed, if it shows up, there's something here for you. All right. There will be an extended for this reading, Cancer. The link to the extended reading is in the description box below. If you go to capellawellness.com, click on the category that says extended videos and you will find your extended reading there. I will talk about what the extended reading entails at the end of this reading. All right, guys, let's see. What does Cancer need to be cognizant of for the beginning of March 2023? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your... I heard hold up. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. So we have the Four of Pentacles sideways. It's neither in the upright or the reverse, but I'm going to channel whatever needs to come through with this card. Okay? So you've got the Four of Pentacles this way, and we have the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay? With this overall here, guys, there's something you're stressing about. You are losing sleep over. It's kind of like you have all these negative thoughts and it's just keeping you up at night, or it's preventing you from actually doing your work. It's preventing you from having a sound mind, getting clarity of thought here. Something went wrong, or something really wasn't, you're worried about something not happening, or something happened and you're kind of thinking, how do I come up with a solution? How am I going to get over this? Four of Pentacles this way, it could be about money. Okay. Some of you could very well be stressing about money. And this guy's blindfolded in this card, okay? He can't see the pentacles in front of him. So what I'm getting is for those of you who are stressing out about money and, you know, money is tight, or you're kind of trying to figure out, what do I pay towards? I only have this much for the month. What am I going to pay off? That type of thing. There's this energy about that. And remember, this is not going to be everybody's story. You have to be honest with yourself and your situation. And keep in mind that even though something may resonate and there may be some sort of, you know, wonderful thing happening here and you're like, oh, I claim it, it's going to be for me, you have to be in alignment with it. Resonance is not a synonym of alignment, okay? So keep that in mind, and not everything here is going to fit you. It may very well for a very small select group of you. But keep in mind that if there's something that's not your story, or it's not really going on in your life right now, don't worry about it, okay? Don't, oh my God, wait, what's happening? I'm going to come into money problems. It might be that, it might not be that. So whatever this is, if it's not fitting you, don't force it, okay? I don't know why I'm saying that very strongly, but some of you may be worrying about things that you're getting in other readings or from what other people are saying, or something that's going on in your job, and you're worrying for no reason. There's no need to worry about whatever this is, Cancer. Your worry is unnecessary. Somebody else got this title in their reading. Can't remember, but if you go through my other readings, especially for March, there's a title for another sign about your worry is unnecessary. I think it was Capricorn. You may have some ties to some Capricorn or something like that, or there's a Capricorn Cancer dynamic here. But again, there's something here about money is scarce. Some of you are having a scarcity mindset, or this could be where money isn't coming in. You're freaking out about money. This could also be where you're spending too much. Either you're being too frugal and you freak out about spending maybe $10 on yourself at Starbucks or Target or something like that. And you're kind of freaking out, oh my gosh, like if I spend this, then I'm not going to have anything later, or what happens if I go broke or something like that. This is around money for a lot of you, okay? I'm not going to lie. I feel it so strongly, my gut, it's crazy. All right. So again, God is your provider here. He's your source. He's the one who provides. Don't get so freaked out about whatever this is. This could even be something about the home, because Four of Pentacles could also be like a sanctuary, someplace you feel safe and you feel comfortable. I don't want to let go of this. It could be a home, right? Maybe you need to move out of that house, or you need to relocate, or things are getting expensive for you, and you don't have enough money to pay for things or something along those lines, and you can't sleep because you're like, what am I gonna do? What am I going to do about the house? For some of you, the rent's gone up, the interest rate's gone up. I know what happened at the time I'm recording this with the Silicon Valley Bank crashing. I mean, going down, and the U.S. markets tanking or whatever. So maybe for some of you, you're in a panic mode, which is what I get with the Nine of Swords because of what happened. At the time I'm recording this, it's March 11, 2023. My guide told me to hold up on the rest of the water signs, and I'm doing it now. I was actually supposed to be doing something else today, and the weather actually prevented me from doing it. So there's a reason why I'm recording this at this time. So God willing, you'll be watching this starting off March 12th of 2023 or soon after that. But there's something about a hesitation, or it's you're feeling hopeless. There's like some despair energy, and you just can't get your thoughts straight. This anxiety is high. Some of you, you're having panic attacks. You're having to take anxiety medicine, or breathing into a paper bag, or I don't know what it is that you're doing, but it's heavy, guys. I'm trying to pick up on a bunch of things, but with this Nine of Swords, there's scattered energies anywhere. Again, I'm getting for some of you, it's your thoughts. You cannot collect your thoughts because this worry and stress and anxiety is freaking you the fuck out, and you've got to relax, okay? You have to relax. Apparently, the devil's really trying to do you in, to try to get you to think that there's no way out, that there is no end in sight, there's no hope, there's no faith, like nothing is going to work out. It's a lie. That is the devil trying to mess with your brain, because that's what the devil does. Nine of Swords, the devil gets in your mind and starts to get you to think all these things, okay? So some of you, it's something about money or the home, something about your expenses going up or something like that, and you just can't catch a break. This could very well be, this might trigger some of you. There may be some of you where you are you're spending way more than you take in. You're not saving. The Four of Pentacles talks about having, a little bit of savings. Even if you put $10 away, okay, God sees that you're putting a little bit away. Saving for rainy days, what I'm hearing. So this could be, for some of you, if this is an overspending problem, you are coming from a place of low vibrational energy. There's like a self-worth issue with this, because the Four of Pentacles is right before the Five of Pentacles, and Five of Pentacles is low self-worth, low self-esteem, and kind of doom and gloom almost type of energy, or feeling like you're not good enough. And when you don't feel like you're good enough, and you feel you have to fill a void with material things, because I've been through this, you start to kind of like, you look outside of yourself. And some of you, this could very well be in your birth chart, okay? I know it wasn't mine, and it was a huge lesson for me to learn. So I started to feel low about myself, and the self-worth and the enoughness was an issue for me. And I was just looking to material things to kind of fill that void, okay? And then all of a sudden, I was running myself into a rut. with my finances. And I'll admit it, because we all have vices, guys. We all have some sort of issue that we end up coming into with the cards that we're dealt with. And especially when it's in your birth charts, there are huge lessons for you to learn, especially wherever Saturn is. Saturn might be in your second house for some of you. Some of you have to learn major lessons about money. And it's kind of like it's gotten to the point where you're freaking out about your house or money or your possessions. Okay, they can even be your possessions. I don't know if someone's gonna lose their home, or someone's running out of time to find a place to live because the rent got jacked up again and you can't afford it, or you're in the threshold of eviction, or your house being foreclosed or something. Look, first of all, don't beat yourself up if you're the one who is, doesn't save, or who overspends, or who's just like, okay, I can deal with this money and I'll just, pay for what I need to pay for, and making sure that you don't go the route where you're overly frugal, where you're afraid to spend money, because when you're afraid to spend money, you actually block your abundance, right? When you start to overspend because you can't find your happiness, you don't know your self-worth or your self-value, or you're allowing other people to make you think that you're unworthy or whatever this is, you block the flow of abundance, right? There's got to be some sort of balance with that Four of Pentacles with regards to money. It's not a bad thing to spend it, but it isn't a good thing to overdo it with that. I'm not saying that you can go out there and treat yourself and things like that, but if it's things that are going to be for your health, like spending money on better food, healthier food, organic food, or spending money on things that can help with your healing, your environment, to help raise your vibration, those things are better. Okay, things that you spend on where you're either trying to make yourself look like someone you're not, or you're getting things where you're trying to make yourself look a certain way when you don't really have to. Again, there's like a strong self-worth issue. You know, it's something for you to reevaluate, something for you to look at. There's no need to be freaking out about money here. This could even be where, for some of you who have businesses or projects, or you're selling something, and either not many people are buying it, or projects aren't really going anywhere, or there's something about income coming in, and you could very well be freaking out as to whether things are going to change, you know, or why isn't anything coming in. There is a thing where you should not be worrying about anything. It could be where you are blocking your own abundance, or it could just be a divine timing thing. All right, it's going to be different for everybody. So, but there's a strong energy of money here for some of you, and I know this is not going to be like your story for all of you, and if it's not, that's fine. It's just not going to be your reading for today. Okay, don't force it. Not everything that you pick up on a reading means that it's supposed to be for you. Yeah, you may have come across here for a particular reason. Maybe there's just one word that I say, one sentence that I say, that may actually be what you need to hear. Okay, and I talk about what you need to hear, not what you want. I'm a no bullshit reader. Okay, so just make sure that you are being honest with yourself in your situation. So for those of you who are, money has been a little bit low, it's been tight or something, like the Four of Pentacles in the upright, because he's blindfolded in this card, you're not seeing something. You got to get out of that scarcity mindset and think, well, nothing's happening. There are things happening behind the scenes. You have to stop looking at the physical aspect of things. Stop looking at it in the 3D world, where you're putting in the work, you're putting in the time, you are watching your money, or that you're spending on the things that are for your health, your highest good, things that you need, instead of things that you really want. Now, again, you can get things that you want, like a treat yourself type of thing, but like kind of watch what it is that you are doing, right? Something that catches your eye, and oh, I like this thing. I want to have this, and then be careful where you're wanting all the other things that come with it, or wanting all this other stuff. Okay, um, if you're managing your money, you're balancing that out. You're saving up for whatever little you have. But you're still giving, because some of you, there's also something where you have very little money and you're afraid to donate, you're afraid to tip somebody amount, or you're afraid to tip period. Or yeah, I'm hearing somebody going to like the Publix or something, going to the grocery store, and they ask you, do you want to donate this today? And you could be like, well, I already donated. Or um, I can't spend another $5 on the donation. You can't worry about that, even when you have very little in the bank. I've been through this, guys, and even in current situations and stuff, it's like I'm still gonna tip. I'm still going to. It happens when I'm at the supermarket too, which is why I'm saying this. Where would you like to donate? And I'll be like $5 or whatever dollars, right? And the next thing you know, it's like I can't be afraid of donating, because that's a good thing to do. Um, right? I can't have that blindfold on and be like, oh my God, I might need that $5 later. But let me tell you, because when I'm putting that in, God sees that. That money gets returned back to you. What you put into the universe is what you get back. If you're not putting in something, how are you going to expect something in return? But you're not supposed to respect something in return. You're supposed to not know what the left hand is not supposed to know what the right hand is doing, right? You do it out of the kindness of your heart. But you don't get into a place of scarcity mindset where I'm afraid to tip, I'm afraid to give that money away, right? Four of Pentacles is, I'm holding on to this, I'm clutching my purse, my wallet, I'm not going to give that last dollar away. Okay? There have been plenty of times where I would take out $20 to give to somebody, and that was a lot. The violinist at Target one Christmas, the homeless person one time, whatever. And God worked some miracles when I would do that. Okay? I'm telling you, He provides. But He doesn't want you to be stingy with money. He doesn't want you to be worrying about it, period. But again, He's trying to get you to have some sort of balance where you're not afraid to spend and you're not overdoing it with the spending. Okay? So, this could also be resistant to change. Now, again, when I was talking about the people where, money's a little tight right now and you're working towards things, the money is coming because you don't see it. It's because things are going on behind the scenes. If you were balancing yourself out, if you're in alignment, if you're not worrying about money, even when you have very little in the bank account, because you are trusting that God is going to support you, you're trusting that God's going to turn things around, and there's no freaking Nine of Swords in your life right now. For those of you who are going through that, where you don't have this stress, worry, anxiety, you're not in panic mode, you're not freaking out, you're not losing sleep over it, God is about to bless you. Could even be blessing you with a home. He's going to be blessing you with money, because some of you may have really realized a lesson that less is more. That you don't need to buy all these things where like you have 10 of the same color. And look, I'm being completely vulnerable and honest with you people here, because if I don't call my own self out, I can't teach. I can't be an example to you people. I'm not perfect. I'm not a saint. We've all done stupid shit, okay? We've all done dumb things, all right? But we're not supposed to beat ourselves up. We're supposed to learn those lessons. So when you start to realize that less is more, and you don't need to have all these things or this big house or all this money or whatever, and you're just doing with what you have, even when money seems to be scarce to you, you know that you are abundant. You know that God always provides. Again, there's that parable where Jesus talks about the birds. The birds that God created, He provides for them. They don't reap, they don't sow, they don't have 9 to 5 jobs. Do you see them panicking? Do you see them freaking out and fluttering their wings and crashing to each other and falling on the ground and, like, having panic attacks? They still sing. Even when there are droughts, even when there's harsh winters or something, I don't know, a flock of birds is like dealing with negative 10-degree weather or something, the ones that can handle that, they're not freaking out. And you could probably say, Jess, well, we're not birds. I understand that. But God created them, and He provided for those birds, all of nature. What makes you think that He won't do the same for you when He created you and you are above, in the animal kingdom, above the animals? Above everything that He created. Human beings are God's most precious beings. But when you get into that worry and that stress and you come from a place of lack, you will attract more of that. And I know this is a little bit difficult for some of you to hear, because I had to build myself up to get out of that type of mindset, to not freak out about money or things or anything like that. I would be in the present moment and do what God has called me to do and make sure that I'm learning my lessons, right? We all have lessons to learn this lifetime. And I know I learned some hard lessons about, finding my worth in material things or making me feel better. After what's transpired for past few years, when God was preparing me to lose practically 90% of everything that I've worked hard for and I owned, it was tough, but I was ready for it. I didn't turn into this. I didn't have sleepless nights. Maybe the first couple of nights after I had lost practically everything, it was a little bit challenging, but I did my prayers and I was making sure I was balanced and calibrated. I still did my self-care routines. I still did my mission work, and I made sure that my mind was clear, and I did a lot of praying. And I'm like, nope, I'm not going to get into a panic mode. I'm not going to freak out. And let me tell you, it was so close to me just really losing it after I lost practically everything. I said, I'm not getting there. I know God's still going to provide even though I'm in this situation. And I knew what God was doing. And I slept like a baby. Even after all that. Even when I had to move again and again and I ended up here, I still sleep like a baby. I sleep like a freaking log. I don't have any stress in my life. I don't have any worry. And it's the most glorious thing to be abundant in. And a lot of people don't really look at abundance as having an abundance of peace, no stress. It's like, don't worry, be happy. Or Three Little Birds from Bob Marley. There's a reason why I'm talking about birds. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is going to be all right. Worry attracts more negative things into your life, because that means you have no faith in God. It means you don't have any hope whatsoever, because Nine of Swords is hopelessness. There's absolutely nothing to worry about, but you've got to work towards that. And you will see what God does in your life when you stop worrying, when you stop stressing. God did not build human beings to be under stress. The human body was not built for that. But that's when you have unwavering faith in God, and that takes a lot of work to do, trust me. But you can do this. You can achieve something like that. It's working on that abundant mindset and trusting that God will always provide. But of course, you have to do your part, Cancer. If you know you are being like this Scrooge McDuck, God's gonna make it so that you would have to pay for things and you'd have to spend things. When you are overspending, God's gonna make it so that something comes in. Oh my God, it's the same thing. I gotta pay for this. I gotta pay for that. Oh my God. But God wants you to know that He wants to have this wealth for you. He wants to have bless you with financial stability and security. But He wants you to understand that less is more. There's some bad habit that has been perpetual for some of you, and it isn't in your birth charts. Go check it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get your birth chart read. Or pull it up somewhere. You're being asked to understand that you don't need material possessions. You need to release the materialism, the need to have something there in physical, or you worrying about money all the time when God's going to give you what you need. And it could be a little bit hard, especially if you're used to buying all these things or having a certain lifestyle. And it's like, oh my God, I have so very little. Now what do I do? That's a bigger test in itself. But when you start to realize, I don't need all that stuff. What did I need all that stuff for? It's what happened to me. I still think about it. I'm sitting in this room. I have, compared to what I had, it blows me away. And the amazing thing is that my vibration has gone up. My skills have increased. I've gotten stronger in my abilities. And God has been working insane miracles in my life. And I know He's not done yet. Because I created the space in the physical for God to do these supernatural things. If you think about it, God is limitless. He has all the power. If you want these miracles, these worries, these stresses to go away, you've got to do something to mitigate that, to bring about the energy so that God can do these supernatural things in your life. So whatever this is, stop worrying. Start praying. But first, pray. Ask God to give you peace in your life. Ask God to get you to stop the cycle that you keep running yourself into when you know you should stop doing something that is not for your highest good. Ask God to help you fall asleep. I know there were times when I was going through all this crazy stuff, even in my ascension, when I was leveling up, and I would pray. I'd ask Archangel Michael, all the archangels, my spirit team, God, give me peace. Please clear my mind, because I'm Gemini Sun and I'm Aquarius Moon, so I had a tendency way back in the day for me to be in. My mind would not stop. It's like hamster wheel going on in your head, especially with the negative thoughts. I gotta do this. Oh my God, I'm freaking out. Oh my God, this is gonna fall apart. Blah 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 blah. The what ifs. It's like this fear of something going wrong. This is like worst case scenario thing. You gotta stop worrying about the worst case scenarios, because that will actually manifest. Thoughts create things. So I would ask God for peace. God, clear my mind, bring me peace so that I can go to sleep. Just like that. At those times that I had that years ago, baby. But then I was also working more towards my physical self to be able to withstand any storm, to be able to handle whatever came my way so I wouldn't freak out about it. It's the most glorious thing to be able to live a life like that, where you don't have stress and you don't have worry and you're not anxious about things, because you know God will always have your back. He always will come around. But you've got to have that faith. You've got to believe that He will do that, and you've got to do your part when God's telling you, okay, Jess, well, I need you to not do this. I need you to not do that. Okay? There is something here about, for somebody you're dealing with, somebody surrounding you has been holding on to you for a long time. Like, they can't let you go. They can't stop thinking about you, and it's causing them to go crazy. There's something about they're holding a secret from you. They're holding their feelings back from you, but they have the space for you still. And this person has been resistant to change for a long time because they're afraid of that change. They're afraid if they give their heart to you, that you may obliterate it. You may set it on fire. You may burn it. You may sabotage it. You may rip it out of their chest. I'm hearing that Sugar Ray song every morning. Left my heart open and you ripped it out. That's so weird that this is coming through, guys, because tonight I was going to see Sugar Ray. Was actually in the area at a city festival here. And I was going to go see them, but I misread the schedule and I was an hour and a half late. Or hour and 15 minutes late. That was on me. And then I was singing the songs about it with my parents over dinner when I saw this. Oh, Sugar Ray's going to be here. My mom and I were talking about the songs and stuff, how cool of a band they were. Anyway, there's a Sugar Ray song about every morning, right? About like leaving your heart open and then getting it ripped out. Somebody here is afraid of their heart being ripped out if they give their heart to someone. All right, that's what I'm getting. And it's like they're preparing. They're like, I can't hold on to my heart. I can't hold on to my feelings anymore. I can't hold on to this secret. I need to let it go. There's also something about somebody's afraid about sharing their money with somebody else, for fear that somebody is going to take them for all that they have. They have to trust their intuition with this. But there's somebody here around you who just, they can't let you go. And there's something about they're getting ready to make that change because they've been resisting giving you their heart for so long. They have been resisting telling you how they feel. They've been overwhelmed. They've been feeling very, very stressed out about it, very anxious. There's a strong sense of nervousness here too with this Nine of Swords down here. Okay. I have a feeling that the dark energies, entities, are trying to keep this person from making that move, from giving their heart away, or having that scarcity mindset, or, releasing something. Letting go of fear is a big thing here. So let's see what you're out of alignment with for the beginning of March 2023, Cancer. So somebody here is about to get ready to give their heart to you. They're getting ready to express how they feel, or they're getting ready to release this fear about returning to you, about talking to you, something like that. It's like they just can't do this anymore. They're realizing, I'm worrying for no reason. I'm stressing out for what reason? Right? What is Cancer out of alignment with for March 2023? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, pleading serious, please, and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Wow. They want me to take all of them, guys. Pisces. You may be dealing with a Pisces. This is your sister sign, Cancer. Or you are a Pisces and you're cross-watching for a Cancer, or I tend to say this, somebody here watches everything that I do. And every time Pisces comes up, because I have a feeling there's a Pisces who's watching this, Pisces sun, you freak out. Uh, psychic, intuitive, and dreamy. 12th house, okay? You're not trusting your intuition. Your mind is getting the best of you, and it's really causing, it's your undoing. The 12th house is the house of undoing, guys. That's Pisces rules the 12th house. Your thoughts, you're allowing the devil to get the best of your mind, and you're causing your own undoing here, okay? You need to check where Pisces is in your chart. Check the planets, check what house, do some research, and see what you're going to get more info as to what you're really out of alignment with. But you guys are very intuitive. You're a water sign. Why are you worrying so much? Or this is your intuition was telling you to stop being frugal or to stop overspending. You could have actually also had a psychic, a reader, a tarot reader, who may have given you some advice that you didn't follow. And you were like, I don't want to let go of this. I don't want to make the changes because this is resistant to change. Some of you are teeter-tottering between resistant to change. So there's some of you who there was a very, very gifted psychic here who saw a lot of stuff that was going to happen. And if you got guidance from this person or something and you didn't listen, now you're freaking out because you didn't listen, because you didn't want to let go. You didn't want to move. You didn't want to stop overspending. You didn't want to stop being frugal. Whatever this is for you, you know what this is. For some of you who have been getting readings from a psychic or some reader, okay? Pisces is the high priestess in tarot. The high priestess is a tarot reader, intuitive reader, a psychic, okay? So there's that. Somebody has been trying to get you into alignment, but you're resisting getting into alignment. Again, I can't tell you what to do. And it is not me who's speaking to you. It is the higher realms. Pisces. Okay? Pisces is the higher realms. But if you're looking for guidance, and even your intuition says, oh, yeah, that hits me, I should probably listen to that, and you don't, that's not on me or anybody else who gives you advice. That's on you. Okay? But again, we all make mistakes. This is the time to start learning. And your intuition has been telling you things over and over and over again, Cancer, and you're doubting your own intuition. You're not listening to it. You're not trusting it. Why? Why are you fearing your higher self when your higher self is going to get you to where you need to be? And for those of you who are getting guidance from other psychics, readers, or whatever, if they're truly of the light, they will tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. And that's exactly what I do. A true light worker will give you the cold, hard, blunt truth because they are coming from a place of love, because truth is love. Truth is of the divine. Okay? There's a bit of stubbornness here with this Four of Pentacles. But every one of you watching, whatever this is for you, your gut knows. You light up. You feel better. You feel that is it. Or your inner self tells you, your higher self tells you, hey, Cancer, yeah. That's confirming what we have been telling you. Chiron. Core wounds, vulnerability, potential through pain. Well, potential through some crazy mental issues. You're on the verge of that pain with the Nine of Swords. Being vulnerable. Okay? Some of you may very well be stubborn with trusting your intuition and being vulnerable with other people, or being vulnerable with these psychics, or just being vulnerable in general, with you, being in tune with your emotions and expressing them. Okay? You could have Chiron in Pisces. Now, look where your Chiron is. It looks like a key with a circle. It's the wounded healer here. These are the wounds that don't really go away. And you got to see where your Chiron is in your chart. Some of you may have Chiron in Taurus. Feeling worthiness or something of value. You thinking that material possessions were what dictate who you are. They make you somebody worth value, something like that. And every time this surfaces, your Chiron and Taurus kicks in. It's a wound for you, or something. Money might be a wound for some of you. All right, but look where your Chiron is. You have the ability to get through whatever painful situation, whatever issue is going on in your life. There is always purpose in the pain. That's why Chiron gains wisdom through those painful things that Chiron's gone through. That's what Chiron means. This thing that's perpetuated here in your life with whatever this is, it's painful, it's not pleasant. You feel it's hopeless. You feel like it's just this total despair. It's teaching you something, Cancer. And then we have Gemini. There's a Pisces and a Gemini here. I just heard some Pisces is worried about Gemini. A Gemini. That's not going to be for everybody. Multifaceted, balanced, and curious. There's something about communication, communicating your feelings, right, with this vulnerability. Somebody may have Chiron in Aries too, is what I heard. You could have strong Gemini in your chart. Look where Gemini is in your chart. What house, what planets are there? What's aspecting this? The out of alignment, there is a battle between your head and your heart, Cancer. Your heart's taking, your mind's taking over your heart. That's why there's a thing with intuition here. Balancing your thoughts, okay? You're multifaceted. This is the twins. What's interesting is that these are two fish represented by two fish and represented by two people, or twins, right? Two symbols here. What's even more interesting is that some of you may already know this, that Pisces, the symbol for Pisces looks very similar to the Gemini symbol, right? So there's something about putting too much thought into something instead of really trusting your intuition here. You got to balance your mind. Gemini's shadow side is overthinking, overanalyzing, to the point where like you really stress out. There could be mental illness here for somebody, where you're afraid to let go of things because you're thinking of the worst case scenarios. That's only for some of you, not for all of you. And there's an imbalance in your mind, perhaps. Maybe there's somebody here who's bipolar. And when you need to let go of something, or you need to stop doing something, or you need to change something about yourself, or go through a change, you're thinking that when that change happens, there's going to be doom and gloom. Like it's going to be the worst thing, or something is really, really, really going wrong, when you know that it won't go wrong intuitively. But there's something about, you could be, again, dealing with a Pisces, dealing with a Gemini. There's a Pisces-Gemini dynamic in this thing. A Pisces needs to talk to a Gemini. A Gemini needs to talk to a Pisces. I don't know. Just take it how it resonates. Juno. Marriage, commitment, and bonds. Oh. Look where your Juno is. It looks like this in your chart. Again, you don't know, because not all charts will show where your Juno is. I know I've done charts where it shows that, but see if you can run your own chart and see where Juno, select where Juno is in your chart. Or select the Juno option if you're using Astro Dienst or something like that, and have it show up in your chart. See what house it's in. See what sign is there. But there is something about something that happened in a marriage. You are stressed out about marriage, money, issues in the marriage, the home, whatever this is. Lack of commitment, not having a strong bond with somebody, out of alignment with somebody. There's also stuff that has gone on in your previous marriages that you didn't heal, and you're repeating it in this marriage. For those of you who are married, some of you are afraid to get married again because of what happened in the past with a marriage, okay? Some of you, there's others of you, there's fear of commitment, or somebody around you has a fear of commitment. Again, letting go. I can't hold on to this anymore. I need to say something, or I can't be afraid of giving my heart to someone again. I can't be afraid of commitment. I can't be afraid of getting married again. Whatever this is. Again, look where Juno is in your chart. Oh my God. Juno and Jupiter, they were married. Jupiter's right here. I was just about to say, Juno, if I'm not mistaken, was married to Jupiter. Optimism, growth, and opportunity. Look where your Jupiter is in your chart. What house? Jupiter's a planet of expansion, planet of good luck, but it's also the planet of overdoing it. Depending on where it is, it overinflates things. It's overly optimistic. That's the shadow side. And it goes, oh, I've got all of this. Yeah, be careful. There's always a balance to everything, guys, even with the planets. There's that. Jupiter is also about luck here. Some of you may think you don't have any good luck, but think about what it is that you were doing to block that luck from coming in. Okay? Optimism. Growing, expanding, jumping on those opportunities. When an opportunity is presented to you by God, whatever, you take it. When your intuition says, this is it. I'm singing that Kenny Loggins song. This is it. Okay? God brings something to you, and your gut says, this is it, Pisces. This is it, Cancer. This is it, Jupiter. This is it, Gemini. Whoever you are, it's time to go for it. Right? Trust your intuition. Don't go start freaking out about what the worst case scenarios here. There's no need for that. When you feel in your heart that it's the right thing for you, okay? Optimism. What you're not in alignment with is that you're not remaining optimistic, having a positive mindset. There's a strong negative mindset. It is worst case scenario mindset. You don't need to be in that mindset, Cancer. That creates more negative things into your life. More crises, whatever the plural is of that. You know what I mean. Conjunction. Integration, synergy, and unity. So everything here, guys, you may have to pause this or rewatch this or take notes. There's something about, I don't know, Chiron conjuncting Jupiter in Pisces and Gemini, some part aspect with Juno in Chiron, something about wounds in the marriage or something. You need to figure that out, because this is a collective reading. If you can't figure that out, I can help you with that, but still. Unity. Okay? conjoining things. I talked about the balance of the head and the heart here. You may want to look at to what planets, what conjunctions you have in your chart. Things that can team up, things that can work for you instead of thinking it's working against you. They want me to read what that is in the book, because there's something here. So they had me open up to Chiron, so they want me to read the Chiron thing. Chiron symbolizes your core wounds that have the potential to heal and become teaching tools for others through your own spiritual growth. Because you've experienced these wounds and their deep impacts on your life firsthand, you can help others heal after you've learned to overcome them yourself. That's what I was talking about before with my issue with the Four of Pentacles. And my mindset. As you unlock the lessons of Chiron, your healing creates a ripple effect, inspiring hope. The most important work we can do is to heal ourselves so that we can shine bright and be the light for others. A lot of you, we all go through some crazy shit, guys. We all make the mistakes so that we can learn from them and we can teach them to others. To be a beacon of light, faith, and hope for others. It's what I said about everything that I've gone through, that I've worked very hard towards, where I have this incredible amount of peace and abundance. And I don't worry about a damn thing. And that is the most freeing, liberating thing you could ever have in your life. But stuff has got to give. You've got to work towards that. Okay? And a lot of that has to do with God here being more prominent in your life. So Jupiter is talking about expanding beyond your comfort zone in this book. So that's for some of you. I haven't even gone there. We have 6th house and 10th house here too, guys. Where's, oh no. The conjunction. No, not time 10. Aspects, here we go. Conjunction. So depending on what you have in your chart that is considered a conjunction aspect, they can be harmonious or challenging to one another when their energies are blended. Look at your natal chart to see how conjunctions at the moment of your birth have influenced your personality, offering insight into your strengths and weaknesses. Usually conjunctions occupy the same zodiac sign, okay? And they're supposed to work as a team to intensify things, but there could be some other aspect to that where it's causing more of a wound or causing more of a struggle. And then, as I said, we have the 6th house and we have the 10th house. 6th house is about work, service, and health. We talked about health and I talked about mental health too. 10th house, career, public life, and reputation. Some of you, there's something going on with your job. Or your job is stressing you out and you may be working too much just to try to pay the bills or something. Is it really worth it for you to be losing sleep and your health is failing and you're just like popping pills and I don't know what else? That's not the way you need to live, Cancer. God wants us to live in a state of peace, in a state of bliss here. So for some of you, this is about like money with regards to, you know, your career, your job. Some of you are overdoing it with being of service to others. Again, 6th house rules wellness. It rules well-being. It's ruled by Virgo. Mercury rules the 6th house. It also rules Gemini, and Gemini is here. 10th house is also Capricorn. Saturn rules Capricorn. See, there's something about your Saturn placement too. So also look at your 6th house, your 10th house. All these things that came out could very well be in your chart for some of you. All right. There's something about being fearful of your reputation What if I let go of this job? What if I move from this house? What if I leave this person? Right? What if? What are people going to think of me? Do not give a shit about what anybody thinks of you. Chiron. Cancer. Do not worry about what people think about your career. What you want to do that makes you happy, that makes you in a state of not Nine of Swords. Trust me, you think that, people looking at me doing what I do now with the job that I had, the career that I had, how prestigious it was, how much money I was making, and really, really nice six-figure salary, and it was a hard job to get. The job that I used to have, not everybody can have that job. It's only given to a certain group of people who can maintain that job and who have almost clean records type of thing. It was a cool ass job. I'm very grateful for it. God's like, it's time for you to get out, Jess. This is not your calling. You've learned some very valuable lessons here. And I also learned that my job doesn't dictate who I am. My salary doesn't make me more valuable or more intelligent or more important. Neither does my job, neither does my degree in computer science. It has nothing to do with how powerful I am, how capable I am with my own gifts. It doesn't make me less worthy. It doesn't make me less important that I don't do that work anymore, that I don't have that job, that I don't have that salary, that I don't have those accolades or whatever. It doesn't matter that I'm no longer utilizing the degree that I got. What does that really mean? In 10th house, we talk about career, your reputation. It's also something about, because some of you may have issues with the father or your own father. I'm hearing a workhorse with 10th house energy. Anyway. It's like you need to give up something. And not only are you worrying about all the stuff that I was channeling, there's also worry about what others are going to think of you. The shadow side of this Virgo energy in the 6th house with the service here, there's people pleasing with that. Okay? Libra tends to get that energy too. Overdoing it with being overly of service to people and not taking care of yourself. Some of you are afraid to give to yourself. There is such a thing as healthy selfishness. The bottom of the deck is the solstice card. Focus, transition, amplification. We're about to go from winter to spring, people. That is a huge seasonal change. A lot of things are shifting. Some of you may have been born on a summer solstice, a winter solstice. You can check that on your chart too. You need to focus. You need to learn how to transition into the things that you know are going to be better for you. Some of you are focusing on the things that just cause more added stress, more worry, more anxiety, more despair. The worst case scenarios. Some of you go straight to the worst thing that could ever happen instead of you thinking about the best thing that could happen. Some of you, this is a past. Things that have happened in your past that you did not heal from, which could very well be causing all of this worrisome energy, all of this fear. It's a lot right there, Cancer. Let's see what guidance we have for you so you can best navigate these energies, okay? She of the Woods. Peace, connection, and home. There you go. Break that cycle of fear and worry. Stop stressing out. There's nothing to freak out about. You've got to change your mindset, but you've also got to do those things that are going to get you into alignment with what it is that you want more of in your life. And see, with all of these, what you're out of alignment with cards, we have 2, 4, 6, 8. And it's interesting that we do have Jupiter in Juno. And the conjunction card, Unity, I'm getting that somebody, wow. Hold on. They had me arrange these cards in a very interesting way. They have Chiron at the top, and then they have 10th house, 6th house. They had, I did this involuntarily. This in the second row with Chiron at the top is like a tree, guys. And then Juno, Jupiter conjunction at the bottom row. There's growth here because I'm creating a tree. This is for a small group of people. There's something with Saturn here. Saturn is now in Pisces, and we do have the 10 houses ruled by Saturn. If I'm not mistaken, with Gemini here, Gemini sun and rising, Saturn is moving into your 10th house. For Pisces, I honestly cannot remember. Could be 6. With Saturn is moving into, because Saturn has moved into Pisces. There's something here about a union between a Gemini and a Pisces, because we have unity, we have conjunction. These two working as a team, like Juno and Jupiter. They were a married couple, okay? There is a marriage, there is a commitment, there is a strong bond between a Gemini and a Pisces here. This is also indicating something with the Saturn moving into Pisces now, that this is activating a union between these two people. The integration of these two people. I'm hearing, for whatever reason, Jupiter and Leo, Juno and Leo. Okay, that's for something specific. Don't get caught up in that. I'm just channeling what they want me to say. So the bottom of the deck is celestial, cosmos, creation, and spiral. Okay. So as usual, I read the book, because there's a reason why these people write these books. All right, She of the Woods. When she reached out her senses, she realized she was not separate from nature. She is nature. When she slowed down and took a break, she realized she could find peace, because peace needed to come from within her. She taps into her source energy by taking time out for her. Taking time to slow down, tune out, but tuning in and understanding she is connected to everything. Nature moves at a slow pace, and so should we. This is not an easy thing in the current world we live in, but an increasingly necessary practice. We do a lot of reading about practices, but we don't do a lot of the actual work. Performing the ceremonies, meditating, walking in nature, stopping to just be. It's important more than ever to do the work. Put the phone down, speak to nature, ask nature to teach you, to guide you. We must find our way back to balance, peace, and rest. And we have balance with that Gemini. You're out of alignment with balance. And you're not doing things to clear your mind, right? When it says to slow down, again, there's work, there's money here. It's wreaking your, that's the 3D world, guys. That's Four of Pentacles. This is materialism. Some of you, the 3D world is wreaking havoc on your brain, your mind, your body, your soul, your whole life. When it's the opposite. You've got to find a place of balance, peace, and rest. Have you made a connection to where you live, the property you reside on, or the surrounding area in which you call home? Have you asked the spirits of the place to show you how you can honor the land? A beautiful practice to start on could be as simple as asking this question. When can you connect on or around your land and work with the nature spirits? Really take notice of where nature is growing, what animals live near you, and what insects come across your path. All have wisdom they can share with you and help with your connection and finding your place of belonging. Why do you think I talked about Jesus and his Sermon on the Mount about the birds? When you observe nature, you gain a lot of wisdom from that. When you take time to smell the roses, you just sit there and look at the world around you. God speaks to you when you're in that place of peace. God created the earth. You're more connected to God. Specifically, it enhances your ability to connect to God more when you are around nature, or you're touching nature, you're putting your feet on the ground. He starts to reveal to you certain things that you can learn from the environment around you. And then there's the celestial card. A lot of you guys need to do some grounding. You really got to get your mind into a state of balance here, peace. Take it easy, relax. And again, as the card says, this world, we're not used to that. I know. I used to be in that world. I live in it, but I'm definitely not of it. Not anymore. And that takes some work. The spiral was an important symbol for the Celts. It symbolized many things, but mostly it represented movement and the constant spinning of cycles and of the stars in the sky. The North Star was believed to be the location of what they termed as heaven. The stars spiraled in the sky, which became the pathway to how souls ascended to heaven. A spiral has no beginning or ending, it just is. When we think of creation, we think of there being a beginning. A beginning usually needs a force to create it. So where does this force come from? It needs movement. It needs motivation and an energy or force behind it to make it start. What are you about to create? What do you need in order to make it happen, and how will you continue to keep it moving? To keep something moving, it needs a consistent flow of energy, a sustainable force. By drawing this card, you may be asked to look at what drives your momentum. Is it sustainable? Will it be enough to keep everything moving, or are you driving things too fast, which will end up in burnout? And look, it looks like this card's been burned out based on the dark smudges behind the spiral. Just as we draw energy from the earth, so too can we draw upon the energies from above us. Other realms, the moon, the stars, the sun, all are energies that we can work with, keeping in mind that we are made from stardust. Meditating or journeying can help us connect with these energies, so it may be a time to explore new options for keeping your cup full. Sustainability is the key here to keep the spiral forever in motion. Look what's underneath the celestial card. Look, guys. Stop, rest, and self-care. 6th house. Some of you, time to start changing up your self-care routines. Some of you are resistant to that. You don't want to change. You don't want to do things differently to better yourself. But honestly, Cancer, the more you resist change and the more you get yourself into this cycle, again, you're going to experience more of this. You need to break this cycle here. Stop. God wants us to rest. We are able to receive when we rest, when we recharge, when we focus on self-care. That is the energy of a true divine feminine. She needs to take breaks. She needs to take it easy. Otherwise, she gets out of alignment with her higher self, with God. Everything she's trying to call in. Being in burnout, being stressed out, it blocks the flow of abundance. It blocks your connection to God. It blocks your ability to be in a state of peace. I'm very curious to see what we get, because these cards have been so on point with what needs to heal for the beginning of the month based on what we've already channeled here. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Syrians, please reveal to us for highest good. What does Cancer need to heal at the beginning of March 2023? Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Syrians. Ascended Masters, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Now, I'm going to be doing the extended after this, so the link is in the description box. If you go to CapellaWellness.com, click on the extended videos link. We're going to talk about what's blocking you, all right? It's just going to add into all this other stuff that has been channeled here, all right? The guidance that has been conveyed to you through my higher self, through the higher realms. When you know about what's blocking you and how to obliterate those blocks, it helps you to increase the flow into your life, to get you out of this cycle of stress, worry, anxiety, sleepless nights, whatever this is for you. Okay? We're then going to look into what's going on in your love situation, because some of you, there is Juno and Jupiter here, and the marriage card and the commitment card and things like that. There could be something going on in your love situation that's causing all of this. We're going to look into that. We're also going to get a charm, okay? Whatever comes out in this charm, it could be a huge synchronicity for you or a huge symbol of something, confirmation of something. But I'm also going to channel based off the charms that I get to see what other messages Spirit has for us. And lastly, we're going to talk about, I'm going to pull cards with my, the deck that I created, okay? My Divine Masculine Unspoken Words deck. It is for sale in my Etsy shop and on my Capella Wellness shop. The links to purchase this deck, if you are interested, in the description box below. This helps you to better understand the dynamic of the Divine Masculine within yourself. Understand the masculine within you. Understand the dynamic between you and your masculine, okay? It's not just them giving you messages and love things and stuff like that. This is way more serious than this. Because some of you, you're out of tune. You're out of alignment with your own inner masculine, because if you're stressing out, if you're worrying about money and you're working too hard and you don't have downtime, you're not relaxing, that's distorted masculine energy. That's not divine masculine energy, which is why some of you got to be more in your feminine energy here than your masculine, no matter whether you're male or female. And this helps you to better understand your inner masculine, okay? So in the extended, I'm going to pull from this deck to see what messages we get, okay? Could be messages from your person, encouraging messages from your counterpart, or your inner masculine, right? So let's see what you need to heal for the beginning of March 2023. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian, Sirius, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. I'm hearing the song Hold Me by Fleetwood Mac. Oh, just so you know, I ran into this badass song. This amazing song by Chris Stapleton. I'm in love with Chris Stapleton. I mean, I've liked the guy for a few years, but I've been listening to a lot more of his music. There's a reason why I'm talking about this as I'm shuffling. This song came on my feed from a video 9 years ago on YouTube. The song is called What Are You Listening To? Some of you need to be listening to more music to relax. And this is not crazy music that gets you all driving up a wall, or break up music either. This is music that elevates your vibration, that gets you going. So I was listening to that song a lot today, and there is an acoustic version of it on YouTube. Go look it up, by Chris Stapleton. All that guy needs is a guitar and his voice, and I'm golden. That guy's beyond gifted. That God blessed him with some exceptional talent. And I'm a huge acoustic guitar person. So that, for me, it helps me to be calibrated, guys. I put music into everything that I do in my life, practically everything. It really gets me to a state of balance, and that's why it's been able to help me with my Gemini brain, okay? So maybe Chris Stapleton might help you. He has a very soothing voice. There's something about artists' voices and the music that comes out of them, their instruments or whatever, that can be very, very therapeutic for a lot of you. It can very well help with this, okay? Music, high frequencies, again, things that raise your vibration, not lowers it. It could also very well help you. Spearmint, oh, I love this. Revitalizes and refreshes the spirit. Chew the gum, if you can chew the gum. Get a diffuser, get some spearmint essential oil, and put it in a diffuser. A lotion, Body oil with spearmint in it, spearmint pills that you can drink because it has pills in here, or cooking with spearmint. Rosemary's at the bottom of the deck. Enhances memory and confidence. Mind stuff. Okay? Rosemary can be used in cooking. Eat a drink, swallow a rosemary pill. Have rosemary in your house or an essential oil in a diffuser. All this stuff is to help you to smell it, to ingest it, whatever it is, to help you boost your confidence, to help clear your mind, okay, enhance your memory. You can even do something with rosemary and spearmint, okay? Maybe some of you need to do some lab work or some aromatherapy work and concoct something with these things, all right? But what's great about this deck is that it really, I know some people who've been watching these, they've actually bought a diffuser and some essential oils and it's been helping. So, again, it's guidance, guys. But there's a reason why I do wellness in my readings, because wellness is part of your spiritual growth, okay? So for spearmint, it says, it increases energy, boosts the mood, and may help alleviate depression. Other studies found that inhalation of spearmint helps improve athletic performance by increasing running speeds of the study participants. Spearmint essential oil is believed to help people overcome feelings of physical and emotional weariness. It refreshes and uplifts the spirit so we can heal from the difficulties and emotional pain we face in life. It also boosts optimism, mental clarity, and confidence. You see? Thank you, God. You see how this works? I'm so thankful to God every time that He led me to this deck the other week to put it in my readings. Because I said, God, I need to do something else with the wellness portion of this. This is physical stuff that you can actually do with the essential oils, with the scents, with putting this into your cooking. Okay? We have optimism with Jupiter. It says it helps boost optimism, mental clarity. We've been talking about this, Cancer. And your confidence in yourself. You can let go of this stuff. There's a Backstreet Boys song called You Can Let Go. Go listen to it. That's going to be very helpful for some of you. That's a beautiful song too. So is Forces of Nature. I was listening to that too, sitting outside in the sun, eating fruit, drinking my tea. Oh, it's glorious. It's also known as the herb of hospitality. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the rosemary piece of this. Rosemary. It may help reduce plaque buildup in the blood vessels, which can reduce the risk of heart disease, heart attack, and stroke. Keep in mind, with the disclaimer, I'm not a medical doctor, okay? I do not have a doctoral degree in any type of medicine or anything like that. I'm not an herbalist, all right? Whatever. This is guidance, okay? But from my experience, this stuff helps. But it is up to you whether you want to follow that or not. Rosemary stimulates the immune system, increases circulation, improves digestion, and reduces the severity of asthma attacks. It is also beneficial for cardiac fatigue, heart palpitations, low blood pressure, and poor circulation. In an animal study, rosemary essential oil has been found to improve hair regrowth, particularly when excess testosterone is the cause of thinning hair. Believed to boost self-confidence, vitality, and individuality, rosemary essential oil is frequently useful for people who experience apathy and gloom. It is suitable for those who tend to overthink and doubt their actions and choices by increasing their confidence and sense of self. It is also believed to enhance a person's dedication to their love and help them remember their true path in life. There's the confidence again, okay? The overthinking, the doubting their actions and their choices, the stressing out about making decisions, the stressing out about letting go of things, of changing things, of change, period. Okay. Okay, Cancer. I really hope this helped you. Again, I'm going to move over to the extended now. I'm going to see you there. The link is in the description box below. If you have any issues with the link or something weird happens, please contact me. My email address in the description box below. If you already have the free Capella Wellness app, you can directly tell me what's going on in that app through the messenger part of it, the chat portion of the app. If you don't have that, you can download it for free. It's no charge. You can be a free member there and see what's there. I do post some encouraging things every now and again, some announcements. If you're a paid member, either way, you can directly chat with me, whether you're a paid Capella member or you're a free member. But if you do have issues, get a hold of me. If you are interested in a membership, okay, and you kind of, you know, maybe there's a money issue and there's no judgment here. You want to get help, you want to get a reading, but it may be a bit much for you right now or something, and you want to get some sort of guidance, a Capella membership is the way to go. The lowest tier that you can get, the what you need for some of you, especially if you want to be part of my members only live sessions, my twin flame counseling support group sessions, and other live readings that I do, since I'm not doing personal readings on YouTube anymore, live. You get daily guidance videos. You get access to my healing meditation videos that can help a lot with what's going on here, Cancer. I just released my what needs to be healed for the month of March. There's what needs to be unblocked for the month of March. There's a lot of guidance given. I go above and beyond in those readings. That could very well be enough. They're pretty much close to personal readings, guys. So if there's a, you know, again, with the Four of Pentacles here, an issue with money being tight and you want to get all these things, I do have payment plans on my website for things, just so you know. That could be an option for you, or signing up for a Capella membership would benefit you greatly if you feel like you need that extra guidance and insight and you don't have the funds right now to purchase an actual personal reading. I know from my current members, what I've been doing with those membership benefits has been helping them a lot. So it's more about helping you guys than anything else, okay? I'm here to do my light work and to help others to heal. All right. So if you're interested in the Capella membership, check the description box below. There's a link to take you to the membership page. If you go to capellawellness.com, click on the Capella memberships category in the hamburger menu. If you're on the mobile, on your phone, or if you're on the web, you'll see it in the header of my website. Okay. I do offer coaching packages, healing packages, all types of packages where you save money. If you want to book more than one reading, you can save. It could be, in some cases, it's actually getting one reading for free, depending on the package that you get. All right, I do have those. I do have people who do the payment plans for those packages, just so you know that option is there at checkout. And then my other personal readings, okay? If you're looking for twin flame stuff, light counterpart, divine counterpart stuff, it's underneath my light counterpart twin flame category. A bunch of things in different tiers have different benefits. Some of them have monthly coaching, okay? Some of them have other videos about your connection with your person on a monthly basis, how they're feeling about you on a monthly basis, that type of thing. So again, even something as little as an investment in a monthly membership fee, membership cost, it could very well help benefit you, okay? But again, that's just the guidance being given. If you have any questions about anything, my services, the memberships, the extended readings, I also do have a subscription to access all of my extended readings, no matter how often you want to watch them. That's $19.99 a month, okay? One rental is $9.99. One purchase of an extended is $11.11. So if you need extra guidance just from the extendeds alone, you can get a subscription to watch as many extended readings as you want to help you with your spiritual growth, okay? So again, any questions you may have, please do not hesitate to ask me. But that's what I have for you, Cancer. So I'm hearing truth be told. Some changes, some adjustments need to be made. All right. And again, there's no judgment on you. There's no knock on you, but this is what needs to be heard as opposed to what you want to hear. Again, I do this for your spiritual growth, your evolution of the soul, healing. That's what I'm here to do. All right. Amongst other things. But let me know if you have any questions. But if you're not coming with me to the extended, this is where I leave you. Thank you, Cancer, so much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best day always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.